things here or there.
Listen, Brian Hall, what's going on? Like, before we jump straight into it, just what's going on, my guy?
You know, nothing, man. I mean, I know we're doing Cram the Van today, so if you want to donate, be sure to visit espnlouisville.com. We also have a GoFundMe page, or if you just want to go out to Lucky's and donate it yourself in person, we'll be out there most of the day today. So, yeah, about that. But other than that, hey, big win last night. It's always nice doubling up a team.
That's a fact. So, okay, so here's the thing. I'm going to jump right into it. Listen, we're going to have your Satterfield conversation. We're going to have your Vince Tyree conversation. You're going to have all the football, all the basketball conversation, all the local high school football sports conversation you can have. But here's the thing. Let's just get this started. Steve Rummage comes up to my car as he's coming into the studio and says to me, dude, we're going to bust Indiana. And I'm like, Steve, this is the reason I wanted to take you to Bloomington. You have no idea how ruckus the Indiana environment is going to be. Not that I don't have the utmost faith in this basketball team and their toughness and all that. They are not ready to go into Bloomington, Indiana, and win a game. So that's the opening statement to the conversation. 8150-93.9 is the number. 3831-93.9 is the text line. Now, here's the thing. That opening conversation that we had, listen, that's okay, because I'm not, like, my feet aren't, like, planted on my opinion, my take. Like, I wasn't etched in stone with that idea. I could be convinced. I could be persuaded. I could have the discussion. This could be a good old barbershop conversation. It would have been fine, right? But the conversation took a turn. Not really a turn. Yes, I'll call it a turn. So Steve says, dude, just imagine. We go up in there, boat racing. Like, then he says, man, in them black uniform. Uh-oh. No, you didn't just say black uniforms. I said, Steve, I don't think Louisville's ready to go into Bloomington and win as a team currently constructed. But when Steve threw out the idea of the black uniform in Bloomington, I'm like, absolutely not. I thought about getting out my phone, reaching out to the Coach Chris Mack camp and saying, do anything and everything except for wear those black uniforms. Steve is, man, no, it'd be awesome. Yeah, I said, Steve, when you go to Bloomington, the only way Louisville would have a chance at any ounce of fair officiating is this. If you wear red, you have your white jerseys and your red jerseys, right? Aesthetically, these teams kind of look like each other player-wise. Like there's no the huge difference in their DNA, to make this the easiest way to say this, right?
Picking up what you're putting down.
You're right. So here's the thing. Red team, white team. Look the same, compete the same. White team, white jerseys, throwback. You know the shorts are getting skinnier and the jerseys are getting tighter. Do you know that this Indiana team
I think LeBron started that.
This Indiana team is going to look like the 1972 true Indiana Hoosiers, right? They're going to really look like them with these throwback uniforms, just classic Indiana. If you think that you're going to put those dark black uniforms on Dwayne Sutton's muscular, beautiful physique, right, and go up into Bloomington, Indiana, and get any semblance of a fair officiated game, you are out of your mind. I am sorry to tell you, subconsciously, you lose before the game even gets started.
Let me tell you why I'm on the fence with that. You're very convincing in your argument. Everybody says, that we have the curse of the black uniforms, and it's a thing. But what I'm kind of on Steve's side in this, because No, everybody agrees that they look awesome.
They look
awesome, but I think it's a new era, and Chris Mack has a toughness about him.
There is no new era.
And a black jersey is tough, and I want to take that toughness into Assembly Hall. So I'm with Steve on this one. Let's go with the black jerseys.
Oh, God.
Well, all right, now that we got that negative 5 minutes out of the way, goodness, man. Look, 2 days before any big game, we got to come up with a segment where it's just like
get it all out.
Negative Marcus. I feel like 2 days before any big game, it's like I feel like that you should switch stations. Like you personally, not the listener. Like I feel like you should go in the other
Where
studio
would I go?
For like 5 minutes.
Where would I
and
go,
get that
Steve?
out of your system.
What studio would I go to?
I mean, I don't know. There's a couple shows on right now. Probably listen. So, like, my thing is, I think that you go in there to Indiana. I've watched Indiana play.
That's nothing to do with it.
Indiana right now, they don't handle pressure well at all. Now, I'm not saying Louisville's a super pressure team, but Louisville, when you watch Louisville every game, they add a new weapon. And we'll get into some of that later. Last night, I feel like they may have added another weapon. And they continue to do that. And every game, you feel like they do something that's better. IU, on the other hand, you watch them every game, it feels like a little bit less. A little bit less. And they do a little bit less than they did the game before. They started out doing,
Why are we talking about what's actually going to happen on the court like it matters? This is the one game of the year, Steve. It is not going to matter. We could be the Fab Five where it's not going to matter. You're going to get cheated in Indiana if you wear a black uniform.
I don't think you're going to give them a chance to cheat you. I like what this Louisville team's doing, man. I like the matchup down there. I like how they're playing right now. I like the toughness that they're bringing on defense. I don't think you're going to give them a chance to be cheated down there. I really don't. I think this may be the game where we put it together, where you say, this
is the game.
Yeah. I mean, that Louisville looks like a ticking time bomb right now in a good way. Where you almost
how irritating is it that you know when you look at me, I 100% agree with what you're saying.
Yes,
I knew you knew that we could not wait to get into here and talk about the ticking time bomb that is VJ King.
Yeah, well, no, absolutely. By the way, Kelly Dickey says Louisville has a better winning percentage in black than red. The last loss was in red, and Indiana's red. See, now that's what I agree. I think you have to wear black up in Bloomington
on national TV.
It's too traditional, man. It's too Hoosiers, IU, Hickory. You gotta walk in there in black, and you gotta come in there,
oh my God,
kick their rear ends in black. And if they cheat you in black, then good. Then y'all all know what happened here. Y'all know what happened here, man. You seen our good-looking, muscular bodies in this game. You watched these two teams play, and you were like, "Dude, Louisville waste Indiana, man. If they like y'all literally can only beat them on this day in Bloomington." Period.
I'm with Steve, man. Nothing's getting in the way of the Cards, man. We're rolling right now. Ain't no jerseys.
I know what y'all are saying. Put on the red and just go beat them and come home with another win.
Well, that's fine if you want to be mediocre.
No, that's not mediocre.
Or if you want to be great, if you want to stand out.
Look, you go, listen, okay, put it this way. You go beat them in black uniforms, you're number 16 in the country. You beat them in red uniforms, you're 22.
I can see that.
Marcus,
Right?
you're a top 5 recruit sitting at home. Tell me when you turn on that game and you see the black jerseys for the Cards, you're not like, I want to wear that one day.
We already got our recruits. they want to come anyway. They
moved on to 2020 now, man.
Right? Like,
but they're watching. Is what I think. What Brian's saying, man.
So the battle for the hearts and minds conversation is what you want to have right now.
Hey, we're not just vowing for 2019. We're looking at 2020, 2021. We got to get in the minds of the classes of the future because we might be good for next season. Let's keep this train rolling.
Now, we don't know if, like Texter said, I was going to say that. I think is what that text saying is they beat them in Indianapolis with black jerseys.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Like with the Kelly Dickey, like I know the stats. I know the black uniforms aren't cursed, but just big game black uniforms. I mean, you play 1 million games in black uniforms,
Yes.
so you have plenty of time to, to get some good wins. But just in those big TV Teddy type games, it's just like, oh my God.
I feel like Louisville has a chance Saturday to. I don't want to call it a nothing to lose type of game because you can't go up there and get busted.
There is something to lose.
Yeah,
a lot to lose.
Yeah, there's not a lot
because they're rolling now.
Yeah, but you go up to Assembly Hall. I think the only way Indiana can beat Louisville right now, the way the two teams are playing, is if there's some blatant help. Like if it's, and I'm not saying the refs are cheating for Indiana, but if the refs are just bad that day and they get caught up caught up in the fans and they kind of make some bad calls. But and if you lose a game like that, I don't think that you lose a lot. I really don't. I don't think you lose a lot there.
I mean, you know how irritating that is to me. Like
you come back here 2 weeks later, you beat the crap out of Kentucky.
I'm gonna get kicked out of Griff's.
Maybe that's fine. I don't think so though, man. I think Louisville's gonna play well up there. I do. I think they're gonna play well. I think they embrace. Watching them at Seton Hall, how they almost embraced that atmosphere, which was a lot better than I thought it was going to be up there.
Seton Hall?
Yeah.
No, because remember we talked about it.
Yeah.
Seton Hall thought this game was their turning point.
Yes. Yeah. And it's almost like our team, they fed off of it a little bit. They embraced it. And I said, dude, these guys, I don't know, man. I feel like they're ready to pop. And you go get Indiana, man. At Indiana.
Right?
That's
the problem.
Yeah.
Times are back, Steve. Good times.
Listen,
man,
when you talk,
good times are back.
When
That's
you talk about the potential.
Some people think it's a bad thing.
Who said that? Who said it's a bad thing?
It's a good thing.
Who said it was a bad thing?
When you talk about the potential of what it could be going to get Indiana in Indiana, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing that scares me away from trying anything risky. Like that's the thing. And I don't want to say scared. Like I want to have every benefit on my side.
But when you know you're going to bust your rival in a week and a half, I think you got nothing to lose up in Indiana.
Is that all?
Yeah, I think so. I think when you know you got a home dub coming in a couple weeks here, hey, go up, take a shot at Indiana.
That's a tough schedule, man.
It's a real tough schedule. It ain't going to get easier. It gets way tougher.
Texas says we got cheated in red, too, when we played Marquette.
No, that's true, too.
But
that was when we say the words cheated, that was the only game I think I've watched in a long time where I was legitimately like, no, I feel like we got cheated. I feel like we were cheated out of a game. That Marquette game. The game got manipulated. Is Romeo going to try to do too much Saturday?
I thought that too.
I think he's got a little something to prove here, and sometimes that can be good. I mean, hey, look, he's the type of player he can go off. He can go off, but I don't know. I think Wayne Sutton's got a little bit of something for him too.
Come on, Marcus, let's wear the black and look good and stylish. Oh, we're spanking the IU rear end.
Spanking that IU. What's that say? I can't see it.
Rear end.
Oh. But let's talk about this though. I do feel like you gained a weapon last night. And we talked about it on the show.
Slow down, I'm listening.
And actually, I remember a few texts coming in. Since people like to point out when we're wrong, I remember a few texts coming in going, y'all just got to get off the VJ King train. I mean, hey, it's great y'all are trying to hype him up and stuff, but when we talked the other day, it said, look, this kid is taking his benching in stride. He's playing hard through being benched. Actually, I said against Seton Hall, I didn't think he looked bad. Thought he's playing really hard. He's making plays in the stretch or down the stretch. Last night, 6 minutes into the game, no VJ King. Still sitting on the bench. VJ King comes in. And I'm not saying it did. I gotta see him do it again. I understand. But did it not feel like last night was a little bit of a light bulb moment for him? And I'll tell you what move it was for me.
What's the difference between this light bulb and other light bulbs we've seen?
Well, coaching for me, because I think he's got a guy there that will. Because I think if Rick had stayed, I think VJ would be really good right now.
Mhm.
I don't think that. I think VJ his freshman year, Rick was like, dude, you. That's how Rick coached.
Yeah.
Dude, you ain't got it. You can't play defense. Set the bench.
You're not working your way.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
floor.
You're not. By now, I think VJ would be a really good player. Last night, the dunks were great. They were awesome. We'll talk about those in a second. He gets the ball on the wing, immediately makes the move. Euro steps in between the two guys, lands, goes straight up, puts it off the basket. I said, that's something we haven't saw. That's an aggressive move we have not seen from VJ King yet. It was different. The motion was different. The ferocity in which he took off when he caught the ball was different. It was almost like in that move, he said, do you remember who you are? Like, do you remember who you are? Goodness gracious. I mean, how quickly to watch his 6'7" body just, Euro step, bam, in the middle, basket. And you said, ain't nobody in the country guarding that. Are you kidding me? Now, like, I was listening to a little bit of the postgame show last night, and I heard Lawrence call in. And, of course, Lawrence proclaimed him the best player in the country over Zion Williamson.
Every day.
Of course.
Yeah, yes. Now, am I ready to do that? No. But am I ready to say there's nobody in the country could have guarded VJ King on that move right there? Yes.
Steve says, I watched his 6'7" body.
I know. Hey, I don't care. Hey, look, that's
We're-
exactly what I did.
We are not bashful about
That's
it.
exactly that 6'7" frame with those arms. When he did that, and I went, goodness gracious.
Okay. Allow me to retort.
Okay.
He's further along in your mind than he is in my mind. While where you see a move he hasn't made, right?
Mm-hmm.
I see the move being made, but there's so much more to that one. Okay, put it this way. VJ King does this move and jumps, right? Remember how I used to always talk about, like, yeah, you can finish a play, or you can jump higher and finish a play. They're both the same, right? But you're not using more of your legs, and it comes back to haunt you in tougher games and tougher opponents. So here's the thing. I found out what the problem was last night when I was looking at him. What his problem is, as far as his explosion, right, is he's uncomfortable falling. He's somewhere along the line, VJ has jumped and kind of got an undercut or something, right?
Yeah.
And got scared.
Yeah.
Right?
I see that.
And not scared like he's, I'm not insinuating that that he has any kind of cowardice to him, right? What I'm saying is VJ needs a landing, a takeoff and landing area. He has to see that before he's comfortable, right? Let's go to the dunk.
Which one?
The one he catches off the rim.
Okay.
Actually, let's start off with the one where the guy falls, right? It took you like how the guy fell. VJ kind of looked like, okay, that's a whole lane. I can go in there and dunk that, right?
Yeah.
And you saw that as him going to take advantage of that. I saw that as, what are you waiting on?
Mm-hmm.
That extra second and a half that he was looking and waiting. If I'm Coach Mack, right? That's not a good play. That's the right play, but it's not a good play for you, because if I can't get your axons to fire quicker, that play's always there. Like that dunk is always there. That quick move is always there. Every time VJ surveys, he loses the angle. He loses the moment, right? So then he ends up forcing it because he knows, like, he missed the exact, he missed the moment, and he tries to, like, he when I say he's behind, he's just a step or two behind because he's not, because he's not very confident, and he wants to see that. He wants to see that lane, and he wants to see the takeoff point, and he wants to see the landing point. The dunk showed that to me, right? The one he caught off the rim. Okay, so imagine this. He uses his right hand when that ball comes off the rim. He uses his right hand and kind of turns the ball over and dunks it, right?
Mm-hmm.
With his other hand, his offhand, you can see him feeling around for the defender. So it's almost like I'm a jump and try to go get this ball, but I'm gonna make sure I know where the other guy is below me so I don't fall, right?
Right.
So imagine if VJ saw that ball, went to the basket, and just started reaching up with two hands. If he reaches up with two hands to go get that, he grabs that ball two hands and dunks it. He jumps higher. It's a more explosive play, like that offhand, that protective hand. That's the hand we have to get out of his system.
Yeah.
That offhand where he's worried about where the other people are. No, you go attack that rim vertically. You go think about finishing. You don't worry about what's under you. It's not going to be there. It's in your head. So what I'm saying is he's quicker to making the right play.
Yeah.
But not.
It's not a bad analysis at all, because going back and looking at that play, I mean, I can see what you're talking about. And even the early one, the early dunk was a little bit that way. It was in traffic, but it was also kind of in air, one hand.
Right. You're right. He goes one hand, so he can always have a landing or something. He wants to know what's around him on the floor. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that he's taken because he jumped so high, and people don't understand. You got to land.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I would get mad at Coach Crum because he'd say, "You can jump higher than all these guys," and I'm like, "Yeah, but Coach, they're already up there."
Yeah.
So I get knocked off balance going up there.
Yeah.
It's a scary 46 inches. No, in all seriousness, man, it's a long way down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you jump as high as VJ King.
Absolutely.
And so like
you jump 40-some inches off the ground, and then you're 6'7".
What if you jump 46 and you're 6'3"?
It's not as impressive.
You like how I made myself shorter?
I know. Yeah.
Like normally I'm 6'4", but 6'3".
That's like me. I'm 6'3". But with no shoes on, up against the wall, 6'2.5".
When they're smushing your head down with the thing.
Yeah.
But no, like I said, he's gonna have to get that part out of his mind.
I don't disagree with
to
that.
get more aggressive. Plant and explode, not worrying about.
But he's closer to that.
He is.
Yeah,
he is. Like I said, still a long way to go, but still.
And it wasn't
much
just
closer.
at the rim. He took good shots last night too.
Yeah, indeed. Malcolm, thanks for starting us off today on the at Scoring Collision Center hotline, my man. What's on your mind?
I want to ask you and Steve a question. Who's better, VJ King or Wayne Blackshear? Which one? They both about the same height. And Steve, VJ King is not 6'7". He's about 6'4" with the shoes off. He's not that tall. But I know y'all like to throw a few inches on him. But the team Saturday is going to be awesome. I think we'll win about 7 or 8 up there. We'll wave the crowd. We'll slow them down. We'll slow them down, outshoot them. And Romeo might get about 15. Then again, he might not get that much because they're going to lock him down. He might get about 15, maybe, because he's going to be trying to do too much.
Can VJ King guard him is what I want to know.
No. We got to get, what's his name with the muscular build from Louisville?
Everybody.
What's his name?
Sutton.
Sutton, yes. Sutton gonna have to guard him. VJ King, he still got his head somewhere else. But the jury is out on him still. Until he showed me one of those 25-point games against a real good team, not no weak teams, or Duke or North Carolina, some of these great teams that we're going to be playing coming up, Kentucky. If he can get 25 and 10 rebounds and 25 points from there on them, then you can impress me. But I'm going to take the question off now. VJ King or Wayne Blackshear, tell me.
Appreciate the call. Malcolm, I'm sorry. Listen, I want to answer your question, but my man Steve Rummage is going to address something that you just said.
until he can get 25 and 12 against Duke, he's not impressive.
Until he can get 25 and 12 against Duke, I ain't impressed.
Goodness gracious, man.
VJ King is about 6'4".
No, VJ
Right.
about 6'6" with his shoes off, probably. VJ
He is a legit.
VJ's a tall. This is one where I'm like, to be fair, dude, we stand down there by him.
Jeez, he's huge.
Yeah, VJ.
And that's my other thing. That's why, like you don't realize psychologically what he and Jordan Wara do to another team when they look at those guys out there. Like they're full body, They look like a top Division I entire team lineup. Go over there by that tunnel when they come on and off.
Yeah.
That, as a matter of fact, look at when you see little pictures of people who take, hey, can you take a picture of my kid? Take an extra second, right? And look how little 7-year-olds are up to their thigh, you know what I'm saying? Or up to their hip, you know what I'm saying? Like these dudes are huge.
We're gonna have to stay after next game. And we're gonna have to individually just let me take a picture. You take the picture, and we're gonna take a picture with every player. And I'm gonna stand there, and we're gonna take a picture with every player. And then come and meet me in person. I'm not a huge guy, but I mean,
right
in shoes, I'm right at 6'3", a little under.
Right.
And then go look at those pictures. When I'm like,
throwing up the L.
To answer his question, hey, but with all that being said, I think Wayne was better.
Yeah. More Chicago in him. Cody, thanks for joining us on 93.9, my man. What's on your mind?
Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, my brother's 6'4", and I've met Wayne and VJ, and VJ's taller and bigger than both of those guys. Like he's a legit 6'7.5". Yeah, so I don't know where that came from. But no, I think that we saw VJ kind of grow before our eyes a little bit last night, man, because that's the first time I've seen him actually, like, do something nasty on somebody and give the dude a stare down. So, I don't know. Hopefully this gets the mojo going. But, man, like, I don't know if I can see anybody really stopping Zion and Duke. I mean, Zion's a refrigerator with a 46-inch vertical. So, yeah, I just don't. I'm not going to – if VJ struggles guarding Zion, I'm not going to hold that on him at all. But the thing I liked about last night is that during the blowout, I saw Matt kind of switch the lineups around a little bit. He actually put two bigs out on the floor a few times. Like, he swapped out Okoye, Malik, and Steven. And I don't know, do you guys see that lineup kind of going forward a little bit more, or do you think he's just going to keep going with the 4-out-1 in unless it's a blowout?
Yeah, I appreciate the call, Cody. I pointed that out last night. We were talking about that. I do think, and then listening to Steve after the game, it sounded like Steve was kind of saying, look, it's something we've done in practice, and we like it. We like it. We like going with that lineup. You're going to need that lineup a little bit in the ACC. And Okoye Gal doing what he's done, I believe, has allowed this to be
a thought,
an option.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because for a long time, we knew that was a good option. Now, I don't think you'll ever see that be the main lineup.
Yeah. No, this is a specific game planning situational thing.
Yeah, but I do think he that last night was the first time that it wasn't just the end of the Michigan State game, throw them both in there to rebound. He legitimately went with two bigs. A couple times he went with Okoye and Malik. I think the bigs like that. Of course, you like playing with another big. Anybody. Yeah,
right.
If you're a big, you like having another big in there because I think you can't double team down low a lot of times with two bigs. But I think you got to have it in the ACC.
And you got to pound the boards when you do it. And like you have to take advantage of those when you get those lineups.
And I'm going to say one more thing about that. I think Mac's looking at it because I think Mac believed he had a tournament team when he said it. But now I think he believes you get in the tournament, anything can happen.
I need to be prepared with this high-low lineup.
And I need to be prepared if I make it to a Sweet 16 game. You know, I make it to an Elite 8 game
If
or something.
Steven Enoch and Malik Williams start learning how to play defense without getting in foul trouble, I'll be able to play them together.
Yeah.
repeat, if Steven and Malik can learn how to play defense without getting in foul trouble, when I know I can get extended minutes out of both of them, right? Smart minutes out of both of those guys, I'm going to use this. I'm actually going to use this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that's something you will see a little bit more of once you get into ACC play. I mean, against a team like Kentucky. You play a team like Kentucky, it's got, you got to read Travis, a EJ Montgomery, a Nick Richards. You could go two bigs. I mean, there's games coming up. IU, I don't know that it would be necessary, but you could do it against IU in the second half and have a big advantage.
In the second half when you're blowing them out?
No, well, no. I mean, if it's tight, I don't know if you're going to be blowing them out early. I think you may pull away at the end.
Lawrence, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away, my man.
What's up, guys?
What's up, man?
I said before the season, BJ King has to be the alpha dog on this team because he's a straw that stirs the drink for this team. He's the man that can lead this team to the promised land. I hope last night showed why I believe in that. I hope he does that for the whole season. But I believe in BJ King. I know I get on him a lot because that's how much I believe in BJ King. He can't do it.
Appreciate the call, Lawrence. Listen, Lawrence is probably worse than you about taking scholarships and giving them back.
Yes.
Day on the day. Hey, listen, who was it? Malcolm earlier. Malcolm he needed 25 and 12 against Duke to be impressed. Lawrence maybe.
Lawrence needs 3 and 6 against against Bullet Central. I don't know. He got it.
That dude got it.
Yeah, he got it rolling.
I'll tell you what. Let's take a quick commercial break. Midday with Marcus Bateman. 8150 $93 the number or $93 the bill.
This is U of L Today with Mark Hebert.
If they're training to become doctors, they're probably going to a jungle or desert first. The University of Louisville Medical School's global education program after this.
Commonwealth Credit Union is now the preferred credit union partner of the University of Louisville, offering more financial services to the U of L community than ever before. Commonwealth Credit Union. Here, we see you differently. Visit WeSeeUofLDifferently.com for more information.
Every summer, more than 40 future doctors head overseas.
They will typically be gone for about 2 weeks.
Bethany Hodge heads the U of L School of Medicine's global education program.
They're moving into communities and setting up pop-up primary care clinics. They are in Ecuador, a very rural part of the rainforest. There are 2 trips to Brazil where they actually live on a houseboat and travel down the Amazon to provide care. And then we go to a very rural place in Tanzania as well. There definitely is an adventure component that I use to hook in the students. And then while we're there, we're teaching them tropical medicine, we're teaching them social determinants of health, and we're cultivating their compassionate heart for people who have less than they do.
Hodge believes students who may see and help treat malaria, advanced cases of HIV, or parasites in third world countries make better, more compassionate doctors when they get home. Training the best and next generation of medical professionals. We are U of L.
Are you ready
What's up?
for your home? Well, there couldn't be a better time. Houses are going for top dollar and selling quickly.
Okay, we can do it whenever if you want to do it on a break.
Team of professionals that will help you sell your home quickly and get the most for it. She is a
That works.
stager and photographer. And when you're ready to buy, she works with Becky Bleemel of Caliber Home Loans. She makes the loan process very simple. And if you mention you heard this on Middays with Marcus Maben or ESPN, your appraisal is absolutely free. So give Jill a call today at 502-773-0546. That's 502-773-0546. And let her help you today.
If your basketball's bouncing, that must mean the weather is getting colder, which also means you're getting ready to find out if your heating system is ready for the season ahead or headed to the bench. This month, you can get 36 months special financing on qualified Train comfort systems or $1,000 back from the DFH Company. It's hard to stop a train, and it's hard not to call DFH Company today, 968-6222, or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Subject to credit approval, visit dfhcompany.com for complete details.
So, Steve, what do you think about Billette Scorns and Sons Collision Centers, man?
Let me just say, I had a friend who totally ruined his car they got him taken care of quick, efficiently, and out the door.
Family owned and operated for over 70 years, Ed Scorns is the leader in auto repair technology and technician training. Do not let just anyone repair your vehicle. It's your choice. Tell your insurance company you're taking your vehicle to Bill Ed Scorns & Sons Collision Centers. There are 2 locations, Bardstown Road and Shelbyville Road in Middletown. Or call us at 491-BODY or visit us at edscorns.com. That's ETSCORNS.com.
What good is it having that beautiful view on your front and backyard if you can't see through your old grimy windows? Or how about when you let a little fresh air and your windows are constantly getting stuck? If this sounds like your current situation, it's time to make that call to Windows Plus. They have the best free lifetime transferable warranty, the best installation in town, quality products, doors, windows, siding, and gutters. They've also been voted the most efficient for 2018 and an A+ Better Business Bureau rating and all 5-star reviews, which means these are exactly the new windows you've been looking for. So go visit them at 11501 Plantside Drive, Louisville, Kentucky, or 502-494-0120. That's Windows Plus. Make the call.
This is it. The final week of Genesis' incredible finance offer. You have until this Sunday to get 5 years zero-interest financing with zero down on any purchase. Guys, shop early and let Genesis help you with that home run gift. We have the jewelry women love. Prices starting at $250 up to $500,000. Rings, earrings, bracelets, bands, pendants in stock and ready to go. And with this special finance offer, everything's affordable. How about a $6,000 designer ring? You pay just $100 a month. Or go over the top with a $10,000 diamond bracelet and pay just $166 a month. It's the smartest and easiest way to buy. And yes, everything's included, even all GIA certified diamond engagement ring, as well as all Swiss timepieces. But please, hurry. This amazing offer ends this Sunday and will not be extended. 5 years, zero interest, and zero down. Genesis Diamonds. Open Sundays now till Christmas. Shelbyville Road Plaza. On approved credit, see store for details.
Chances are you've recently talked about it, or thought about it, or might even be thinking about it right now. You're thinking it's time to upgrade your vehicle, and boy do we have the place for you. Globe Auto Sales. Family owned and operated, serving the greater Kentuckiana area since 1972. Why Globe Auto Sales? Well, the answer is simple. The staff at Globe Auto Sales focuses entirely on the quality buying experience, not the high-pressured sales pitch you get at other places. So while you're thinking about it, stop by Globe Auto Sales located at 5705 Bardstown Road. Check out their inventory at Globe Autos online. Oh, and be sure to tell them you're a friend of 93.9 The Ville.
This is Drew Diener, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville, live from the OPC Services Studio.
This is Luke Hancock, financial advisor with ClearPath Financial of Raymond James. As much as I enjoy talking U of L sports on 93.9, my true passion comes out when helping people with their financial future. Our team of financial professionals is in a new location, 4070 Westport Road, right next to Trinity High School. We focus on financial planning, investment process, and intellectual capital to be the trusted source our clients lean on for all financial matters. Come see us for a free comprehensive financial review and bring your questions to us for your financial confidence. Call us at 502-805-4000. Raymond James & Associates Incorporated, member New York Stock Exchange, SIPC.
Here at ESPN Louisville, we've teamed up with Focus Sparkling Water to cram the van again this year, and we need your help.
We're cramming a van full of toys, clothes, and canned goods this holiday season to make Christmas better for some Louisville families.
We're taking our 16-passenger van from Sternberg Truck and Van Rental to various locations between now and Christmas.
Our first stop will be at Lucky's Market this Thursday on 200 North Hurstburn Parkway.
We're asking you to donate toys or clothes to cram the van. Wayside Christian Mission and the Salvation Army will distribute the toys and clothes to families who need them this holiday season.
So cram the van with ESPN Louisville, Focus Sparkling Water, and Sternberg Truck and Van Rental, and make the holidays better for some Louisville families.
For more information, visit ESPNLouisville.com.
I'm Brandon Lang, and many of you know me from the movie Two for the Money, with Academy Award-winning actor Matthew McConaughey playing me. Man, do I wish I had his head of hair, but unfortunately, I don't. And the bad news is, as I've gotten older, going bald is something I couldn't control. But wait, with bad news comes good news. Parsley Waldman Hair Center of Louisville made me young again with the greatest hair transplant surgery in America and more affordable than you can imagine. From the moment I walked in the door at Parsley Waldman in the morning until the time I left that night, Dr. Waldman made me feel comfortable as if I was sitting at home watching TV. Waldman's staff was fantastic, and Dr. Waldman was with me every step of the way. I never thought getting hair again would be so easy. Go to hairsurgery.com and find out how you can be young again. That's hairsurgery.com. It will be the best decision.
Live from the OPC Services Studio.
Middays with Marcus Maben on 93.9 The Ville is broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services Studio. Now, here's Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. It's Midday with Marcus Maben. 8150 93.9 is the number. 939 is the station. We are rolling along, so I'm going to go right back to the Ed Scoring Collision Center hotline. James, welcome aboard, man. What's on your mind?
How y'all doing today?
Good.
First time caller.
I appreciate
I want to say I appreciate y'all's work. Y'all awesome. Y'all get me through my work day. First, let me start by saying I'm a huge Indiana fan. Don't judge. I come in peace.
Hey, fair enough.
Louisville's definitely side chick, but let me state by saying even with you guys going to Bloomington, I feel that you all are going to beat us. I feel like it's going to be 10 plus. Marcus, I'd like to know what. I understand that you don't want to get excited, but what is it that Indiana has actually got for Louisville? I mean, I understand we got some good talent, but it appears that we're not on the same page. Definitely, y'all have the best coach. Chris Mack has made me pay more attention to Louisville. I think we're going to get out-coached. I think Louisville's going to handle us pretty well. Even with Romeo, I don't think we're going to have anything for you guys.
James, let me ask you this real quick, James, before we get you out of here. You do predict this is going to be one of the wildest Indiana environments you've seen in probably 15 years.
Oh yeah,
probably since the game they beat the buzzer beater against Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
To me,
yes, I do understand. I do understand that.
Yes, to me, that's the scary stuff. Not really the on the floor stuff. I just think those guys will just get worked up into a lather, into a frenzy, and the outside, the crowd, is going to be formidable.
Yeah, I do believe that. Chances are, and I could be wrong. Like I said, I've just really started paying attention to Louisville, and maybe the guys aren't going to be ready for the crowd in Bloomington, and it's probably going to be extra rowdy. I just see Louisville edging it out. I see Chris Mack with the upper hand. I'm not going to go into a lot of bad details about Indiana. I'm sure you all probably
you don't want to give us the scouting report.
Hey, I mean. Look at it. I mean, all you got to do is really get us to the foul line. I mean, get us to the foul line. We ain't doing no good on the foul lines. It's unbelievable where we're at and some of the talent that we have. I wish you guys good luck. I hope we win, but I look for Louisville to pull this one out.
James, man, I appreciate the call. And first-time caller.
Yes, thank you.
Appreciate that.
Thank you. We can be peaceful with IU fans.
Indeed.
That's okay.
Indeed. Okay. So you made a point. Also, you snuck this one in there. We're about an hour into the show. Are you still going to stand by the point you made?
With David Padgett. Yeah. Yeah.
Elaborate, Steve. Share with the world what you shared with me.
Said David Padgett beat Archie Millard last week head to head, or last year head to head. Thought David Padgett made the right moves in the game. Does King Chris Mack outcoach Archie Miller? I'm trying to be nice.
Okay,
and I like Archie Miller. I actually do. If Louisville had hired him, if he had still been at Dayton and that had been the hire, I would have been excited.
Go look at Archie Miller's childhood videos of his ball handling drills.
Like I'm not. So I mean, this is no shade at Archie Miller. I think Archie Miller's going to get IU
right
really good down the road. Like I don't think IU's going anywhere. But I'm just like,
all I'm thinking about is why can't UK callers be more like that caller, James? You know,
I like that. That was
I like James.
I like James. That was
yeah,
good.
It makes me have a little soft spot for IU when they're not playing Louisville.
I'm an IU fan.
Hey, thanks, James. Appreciate
yeah,
that.
Well, we used IU a couple years ago. Bust Kentucky.
Right.
That was good. That was good.
We've probably used them multiple times.
Yeah. Yeah.
So but here's the thing. What you said. I didn't agree with you.
Yeah.
Because I said, this was my rebuttal. I just want people to hear it and they can say, oh, I agree with Steve. I'm going to say, when Louisville beat Indiana in the nicest way possible.
Yeah.
In the most respectful way possible.
Yes.
And I use this. This is not last year's team centric. I use this example often. Sometimes you just realize who you are, and you're just saying, y'all not beating me.
Yeah.
When Malik Williams gets in the game against Indiana,
he was big.
Malik Williams decided, I'm from Fort Wayne, Indiana. I'm not losing to IU as a freshman at Louisville. I think Malik Williams was like, Coach, leave me alone.
Yeah.
Let me get out here and do my thing.
Yes.
I don't want to say that it was a coaching domination. I just think the players there was a fan base that was riled up.
Mm-hmm.
You just weren't going to lose to Indiana, right?
Yeah.
But I'm just scared of that ferociousness.
Well, yeah, but here's the thing. I don't know. What are you putting on? My question would be, Brian, we may have to go through just for a second.
Yeah.
Just for a second. We may have to go through the top just for a second because I'm going to go ahead and start this conversation and then we can take one early. If we need to hit an idea, just in a second, hit it. So.
An official broadcast partner of the University of Louisville, WLCL Sellersburg is 93.9 The Ville.
Before I go to that point, though, today is our Cram the Van. Let's get that in for a second. Our friends at Focus Caffeinated Sparkling Water are challenging our listeners to come up with $5,000.
Challenge.
And they will match it. I know we're doing pretty good, but we need so far, but we need to continue to bring that in.
Challenge.
We're going to take that money. We're going to go shopping at Kohl's next week. Now, if anybody knows about Kohl's, my wife is great at this. Somehow we have, I'm like, how much you going to spend? She's like 40. And she comes out with like 8 bags. And I'm like, there's no way humanly possible you spent $40. But
were
at
Kohl's matching?
Kohl's has some kind of voodoo magic where you buy things, but I don't know how they do it and actually make money, but we're going to Kohl's. So we're going to go to Kohl's next week to cram the vans, Sternberg vans, with toys and clothes and distribute them to the Wayside Christian Mission and Salvation Army. Now, here's what you need to listen to because you can donate 3 ways. Come in person today at Lucky's. Brian, you can help me out if I say anything wrong.
I heard Birdhead Ryan down there.
Yeah. Saw the guys out there at Lucky's, and Lucky's a cool spot too anyway, so you may want to check some things out. You can go to our GoFundMe page. That's GoFundMe.com/CramTheVan2018. That's probably the easiest way to do it, in my opinion. If you're somewhere and you want to throw a couple bucks, if you want to put $5 in, if you're sitting around today, whatever it is that you can do, that's probably the easiest way. You can do it right from your workplace and be done. Or you can call the Salvation Army special number they have set up for us. All right, it's 502-593-5662. So it's Cram the Van. We'll talk about that a little bit more later again to give everybody. But it's a really cool thing that we do every year, and I'm totally on board with it.
Definitely,
So.
it's definitely an awesome thing. So is your wife a coupon queen?
Yes.
She's scavenging for all the coupons she
Dude,
can get.
it's brutal. I'm
Hey.
like, why do we like
Bargain shoppers?
You know who's worse actually? Before I get back into this, my dad. My dad.
Oh, that rallies coupon.
Dude, my dad the other day, I've never come close. Like, I still don't think I've got to the point where I think I can beat my dad up, but I almost punched him the other day. It was close.
I'm listening.
And I've told him this because I watched him for 25 minutes. Well, if I do my shopping list.
I hope y'all are watching on YouTube.
If I do my shopping list and I go to, because see, some people don't know. My mom and dad they split up for a while, but they're weird.
Yeah,
they hang
right.
out all the time. And it's like I don't get it. So I'm like, cool, it's y'all's business. I don't really care. I'm a grown man. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so, but my dad's like, man, if I do my shopping list and if I go to Walmart, then the total should come up to, he's got it all pulled up there, $42.75. But I got this coupon, and if I go to Kroger, it's going to come up to $41.92. So should I use this coupon? And it was like 20 minutes, and I was like, dude, I seriously went over, and I crumbled the coupon in my hand. And I was like, go to Walmart.
Now you got no option.
Dude, I threw it
worth
down.
like $1.
I pulled out $1 and slammed it on the table and was like, gosh.
Is it that crucial?
Dude, seriously, here's $1, man. Oh, so it was,
Saving gas.
Hey, I was going to say, how much gas you saving? Look, gas is $2.12 right now.
and the sick thing is, when I did it,
he took that $1.
he
too.
grabbed the coupon and
the
said,
$1.
well, now I can buy something else. Like, oh, my God. So anyways, the point is.
That's what Kohl's does.
That's what Kohl's. My wife is something like that with Kohl's. Like I said, but Kohl's is like a weird voodoo. You buy things and you're like, how did I just, you put stuff on the table and they're like, you're like, oh, and they're like, that total comes up to $2.72 for a whole thing. But then I'm like, yeah, but I owe $2,000 on my Kohl's charge card. So what? How did we? What has happened? I don't know how it happened. So, anyways, we're talking about the Louisville IU game. You said you were talking about but with IU. Now I'm going to say this about the game, and then I'm going to take it with the season.
Okay.
Because what I was going to say with the game was, with the game I was going to say, but I'm only worried if you're saying there's only two options, a win or a loss. Now, I know that sounds very John Madden-esque, but I don't think Louisville can, with a loss, necessarily goes up there and loses. Like, it's not like, oh, God, that was the worst thing ever happened if they go up there and they start getting the fans and you get a I don't know if it's TV Teddy, but that type of ref that's just, he's with the fans and he's calling bull crap and you're like, running halfway down the court, calling travel. And you're like, okay.
Look, slide like he's sliding the home plate.
Right.
Calling charge and breakdancing
Like,
referees.
if you go up there and you lose a game, you're like, man, there were some calls they got because it was Bloomington. You lost. You move on. I don't think. Now, if you're saying, hey, a win or a loss is man, if they lose, it's a big deal, then I'm with you. Now, let me back up and pull that to the season. You said something during the break. We're talking about this year, and Marcus said something along the lines of, I want to get more excited, but they have a lot of work to do. Now, I knew what he was saying, and I think he will agree with me when I say this. What he was saying was, I want to get excited.
We're in a whole new room.
But they got a lot of work to do. Now I'm going to finish this sentence. To make a Final Four. Think about that for a second, because I think that's where we almost are with this team now. Whereas 2-3 months ago, we were going, they got some work to do, to maybe get in the tournament. Like, can they do this? Can they do this? Whereas now I think we
can they learn to play basketball together?
Look, if this is Rick Pitino here right now, we're going, they're good.
Anthony Simons is going to lock down Romeo.
Well, no, stop. No, Romeo's here. We're going, oh, man, IU sucks. Kill IU.
Everything.
Romeo's probably going to go for 30 up in Bloomington. But no, if this is a Rick Pitino team, we're going, yeah, they're playing well, but they got some things they need to pick up on because we're expecting different. I think we're now just starting to kind of transition to Mac to where we're like, this team's not just good. This team can make some sign of. This team could make a run.
Right.
Like, I mean, this is a good team.
And I don't want to scare anybody off with you saying Final Four, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because what are you talking about Final Four? You know.
Well, yeah, but
what I'm saying is, let's just put it this way: to be a top 20 team, top 20. I live here in the top 20. You know?
Yeah.
I live here in the top 15. I'm a nightmare when I pop up on the board come tournament time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to be, you don't have to be top 8, you know? But what I'm saying is 8 to 16, you got to live there. Put it this way. Now that's where I'm going to expect you to, not expect, but that's where your home should be.
Yes.
You have the talent for your home to be 8 through 17, right? Give or take.
Yes.
So,
which would put you in the 5 to 7 seed range.
Right. This is a 5 to 7. So when I watch the game, I change the way mistakes look. Right?
Mm-hmm.
A mistake in growth turns into that can't happen anymore. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Stephen Enoch. We do the pregame show.
Yep.
We say this is the game where you got to get Stephen Enoch active, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, regular fans saw that game last night. They saw Stephen Enoch get those buckets early, right? This is how expectations change. This is how your analysis of this basketball team changes, right? We'll do it again, just like with the VJ thing or something. Stephen Enoch goes down there. He starts off underneath the basket in position. He gets pushed out a step from the block. Stop. If we're in practice right now, stop. Everybody get on the line. Right? What's going on? Stephen, we're running the play to get you the ball on the block. We want you to have the ball under the basket where you get fouled.
You know, it's a pet peeve of mine.
Or you're going to get the bucket. Stephen, it was a very nice move that you made. Why get pushed out a step farther from the basket?
You said that last night too. And I didn't get what you said last night, but I am now. I'm getting what you're saying now when that first move.
Yeah.
I didn't get, I was like, why are you upset? That was a good move. But I'm getting what.
Why are you upset?
Yeah. Because I'm with you now.
I just wanted, coming into this, I just wanted to see you do the jump hook left and right.
Sure.
Because that was the floor. But now, when you got a sealed position underneath the basket, they got to get this ball to you, right? You have to leave them no choice but to get this ball to you.
Yes.
You have to leave your opponent no choice but to get this bucket because you're right under the rim. Now, when you start playing against, when you go run up against Williams again.
Morgan this weekend.
Right.
Yeah.
Like all your buckets cannot come from the 6-foot mark when you can get 5 buckets from the 6 foot and out mark, right? But you can get 4 buckets from the 1, 2, 3 foot mark.
Sure.
If you just execute and seal your man, right? And I know the coaches see it. You know what I'm saying? And I know he has the weight and the body position. I mean, he's not getting low enough. And I've turned into an animal with my evaluation on this team. I think the Louisville Breakdown film is going to start getting nasty, right? Like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, right? Because it's gonna get nasty. Like I said, you know how we talk about this. If you don't got it, I wouldn't even waste my breath.
Sure. Yeah.
I wouldn't even, hey man, keep on fighting.
Yeah. Take what you can get out of that.
Yeah, go give 100%. No, now it's to live in where we should be living now. you have got to start sealing underneath the basket, going vertical. You've got to get, every time this guy opens up underneath the basket in a good post position, you have to have the ball in his hands. He has to be able to get the ball, make a quick decision.
Yeah.
Speed of decisions. And because when you're getting conference, the speed is going to pick up.
Oh, yeah.
You know, this Indiana game, speed's going to pick up, intensity's going to pick up.
Well, and Steve, and with Steve, I mean, he's on the scouting reports now. You know, I mean, he's one of the top 3 names, I think, on scouting reports right now, if you're playing Louisville. Because when he plays well, Louisville's tough to beat. And I don't care who they're playing. I don't care who they're playing. I don't care if they're playing Duke. I don't care if they're playing Kansas. If Steve Enoch comes to play and is playing well, I'm not saying they wouldn't still lose, but they're a tough out if he's playing well. And I think that he's on my point is people are going to start coming for him. And to your point, if you don't start fixing some of those little things like
that's the only,
they will take you out of the game quickly.
You're going to get in foul trouble, or you're going to get somebody else in foul trouble. Fouls will be called every game. If you don't seal your man, somebody's gonna have to back off in their aggression.
Yeah.
Both teams are going to come out aggressive. If you can't get a seal underneath the basket, pump fake somebody, draw a foul early, it's going to be a long day.
But would you agree a little bit with me with what I was saying with the Steve Enoch thing? Because, look, if Steve Enoch finishes 50% of what he should have finished against Marquette, they beat Marquette by 12. Because early, you could tell. Coach Mack told them I didn't have to be in that locker room to know. Coach Mack said, get the ball to Steve to start the game or to start the second half. Repeatedly get the ball to him.
But now I blame Steve, though.
Absolutely. You absolutely should. And I mean, but Enoch is
I blame him, though. Here's the thing. He missed shots, right? No, you didn't miss shots. You gave up position. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On your shots. It wasn't just like you were point blank range and you missed your free. No, you left it up to chance when you didn't have to.
Yes.
So what I'm saying is I don't say, okay, if Steve hits this shot, then because it's like, no, Steve wasn't doing the right thing based on the new potential.
Yes.
Based on the new chart, you were doing the wrong thing.
Yes.
Based on what we were hoping, your ceiling was, you were doing the right thing at first.
Yeah.
Now.
But to me, Steve's ceiling is now you're in a second round game against a 3 seed or a 2 seed, and he wins the game for you.
Easy buckets underneath and listen, you're saying late, I'm saying early. Like Steve, to me, Stephen Enoch beats teams early by sealing under the basket and getting fouled.
Yeah.
2 or 3 times in the first couple possessions. The game it's a different basketball game.
Yeah.
Because listen, he draws 2 or 3 fouls early. Now I got Dwayne Sutton turning the corner. And a big man can't even jump. Now I got VJ King. Think about that. Steve Enoch draws 2 to 3 fouls in the first 4 minutes of the game, that first window. Now if I'm VJ King and I'm driving to the basket, this dude, he wouldn't dare jump with me.
Right.
Dwayne Sutton's going to the basket. Jordan Ward's going to the basket. This center, he won't dare jump.
Yeah.
Nobody's jumping with us. You sedate the entire defense if you seal your man under the basket, either dunk the ball or make him foul you.
Absolutely.
Your jump hook stuff, that's got to come later. But right then and there,
yeah,
you have to be under the basket.
I don't disagree at all.
My goodness, I can't believe that's where we're at now.
Yeah.
I did not expect to be angry.
I know, but it feels good.
Let's take a quick commercial break. Top of the hour, midday with Marcus Maven, 8150 93.9 is the number on 939 The Ville.
If you're looking for smart ways to save money, just stop by your neighborhood Kroger. Right now, it's time for the Buy 5, Save 5 event. Just choose from a great selection of participating items. And when you buy any 5, you'll save $5 instantly at checkout. Choose from select items like Kroger brand cheese, all laundry detergent, General Mills or Kellogg's cereal, and lots more. Go to Kroger.com or use the app for more info. The Buy 5, Save 5 event is on now. Fresh food, low prices at Kroger.
Chances are you've recently talked about it, or thought about it, or might even be thinking about it right now. You're thinking it's time to upgrade your vehicle, and boy, do we have the place for you. Globe Auto Sales. Family owned and operated, serving the greater Kentuckiana area since 1972. Why Globe Auto Sales? Well, the answer is simple. The staff at Globe Auto Sales focuses entirely on the quality buying experience, not the high-pressured sales pitch you get at other places. So while you're thinking about it, stop by Globe Auto Sales located at 5705 Bardstown Road. Check out their inventory at Globe Autos online. Oh, and be sure to tell them you're a friend of 93.9 The Ville.
What good is it having that beautiful view on your front and backyard if you can't see through your old grimy windows? Or how about when you let a little fresh air and your windows are constantly getting stuck? If this sounds like your current situation, it's time to make that call to Windows Plus. They have the best free lifetime transferable warranty, the best installation in town, quality products, doors, windows, siding, and gutters. They've also been voted the most efficient for 2018 and an A+ Better Business Bureau rating and all 5-star reviews, which means these are exactly the new windows you've been looking for. So go visit them at 11501 Plantside Drive, Louisville, Kentucky, or 502-494-0120. That's Windows Plus. Make the call.
If your heating and cooling system is old, inefficient, and on the fritz, believe it or not, you could be in luck. Now is the perfect time to replace and upgrade your system with your local factory-authorized Bryant dealer, BJ Heating and Cooling. BJ Heating and Cooling is offering 0% financing with approved credit on all Bryant equipment installs. Whatever it takes, BJ Heating and Cooling offers free estimates on installing heat pumps, furnaces, ACs, and mini splits. Call the experts you can trust at BJ Heating and Cooling or visit bjheatcool.com today.
If you hear basketball's bouncing, that must mean the weather is getting colder, which also means you're getting ready to find out if your heating system is ready for the season ahead or headed to the bench. This month, you can get 36 months special financing on qualified Train comfort systems or $1,000 back from the DFH Company. It's hard to stop a train, and it's hard not to call DFH Company today, 968-6222, or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Subject to credit approval, visit dfhcompany.com for complete details.
There are times in life when certain situations are unavoidable. As life passes, we get a little slower and a little more achy than the year before. Information 444-4000.
Are you ready to sell your home? Well, there couldn't be a better time. Houses are going for top dollar and selling quickly. You need to call Jill Blessinger with Keller Williams. She has a team of professionals that will help you sell your home quickly and get the most for it. She is a professional home stager and photographer. And when you're ready to buy, she works with Becky Bleemel of Caliber Home Loans. She makes the loan process very simple. And if you mention you heard this on Middays with Marcus Maven or ESPN, your appraisal is absolutely free. So give Jill a call today at 502-773-0546. That's 502-773-0546. And let her help you today.
Would you like to keep up with everything going on at the University of Louisville? Well, U of L Today with Mark Hebert is the show for you. Every Monday and Tuesday night at 6, we talk to U of L researchers about their discoveries that impact lives in medicine, education, and a host of other fields. We also chat with U of L students who are doing great things in the classroom and around the world. You'll also hear how U of L is changing the Louisville community. Check it out, U of L Today with Mark Hebert, every Monday and Tuesday night at 6 on 93.9 The Ville.
Time now for an ESPN Louisville Sports Center update.
Good morning, I'm Brian Hall. This Sports Center update brought to you by Great Flood Brewing Company, Louisville made and brewer owned. The University of Louisville men's basketball team improved to 6-2 last night with an 86-41 win over Central Arkansas. The Cards were led by Jordan Wara with 21 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. BJ King came off the bench with 17 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. And Stephen Enoch also had a big night with 16 points and 9 rebounds. Mike DeCourcy sat down with our very own Bob Valvano yesterday, and he talked about how Chris Mack's playing style is transferring to his players, most notably Dwayne Sutton.
Characterize a Chris Mack team, toughness is in the first 3 words.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the way it is. That's they reflect his personality. I mean, he's a battler, and he was as a player, and he is now. And so he's going to embrace a player who brings that to the floor. And without a doubt, that's what they're getting from him. And
up next for the Cards is Indiana on Saturday at 2:30 p.m. at Assembly Hall. New Louisville head football coach Scott Satterfield met with the media yesterday before the game, and he talked about his first day on the job.
Another busy day today. I think 7 radio shows today. And then, got into the office today, started looking at roster, started looking at the recruiting board, trying to figure out, what our needs are and, what direction we need to go into. Also had discussions with about staffing. The biggest thing we have to do right now is obviously recruiting and filling out a staff.
The number 5 ranked and 9-0 Louisville women's basketball team continues to prepare for its matchup on Sunday against number 19 Kentucky at 2 p.m. And the number 1 ranked 6-0 Bellarmine Knights continue for their matchup on Saturday against Christian Brothers University at 3 p.m. at Knights Hall. And last but certainly not least, I want to remind all our listeners to cram the van with ESPN Louisville. We are out at Lucky's today, and Focus Sparkling Water is matching up to $5,000 in donations. Keep it locked here. Middays with Marcus Maben is next. This is Sports Center.
It's basketball season, and the Troll Pub under the bridge next to the KFC Young Center has you covered. The Troll Pub is in the heart of Whiskey Row, and with over 25 HD TVs in the house, you won't miss a second of the action for any big game. Great food, great drinks, great atmosphere. The Troll Pub under the bridge, a unique underground dining experience. Oh, don't forget to take a selfie with Louie, too.
This is Marcus Maben, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville from the OPC Services Studio.
You're listening to Middays with Marcus Maben, broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services Studio on 93.9 The Ville. Now, here's Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. It's Midday with Marcus Maben. 8150 939 is the number. 939 is the station. People, these are days that we need your help. The Cram the Van yearly drive is very important to us as a station. It's very important to us as individuals. It's a time to, be charitable. Just make you feel better. People, our friends at Focus Caffeinated Sparkling Water are challenging our listeners to come up with $5,000, and they'll match it. We'll take the money we raise and go shopping at Kohl's next week. Cram the Sternberg vans with toys and clothes and distribute them to Wayside Christian Mission and the Salvation Army. You can donate in one of 3 ways. You can come in person at Lucky's. You can go to our GoFundMe page, gofundme.com/CramTheVan2018. Or you can call the Salvation Army special number they have set up at 502-593-5662. Repeat, Salvation Army special number 502-593-5662. So, Steve, funny little experience happened yesterday. we were doing the pregame show. To all those who were listening, we were doing a pregame show from Al J's. We did have connectivity issues, so we had to just pull the plug on that one. You know, we were hosting a show in Al J's, did not realize we were on air, so everybody was just listening to us on the speaker, just going on and having a full pregame show, and then it was like, oh, well, we haven't been on air for
all right
for 20 minutes. So this is what happens, people. Connectivity issues. Listen. Stuff happens, right? Stuff happens. So when we had to pull the plug, we went over to the Coach Satterfield presser. I got to go ahead and eyeball him in person, make sure he knew that was my boy jumping all over your Appalachian State team until he got ejected. Right? But it was funny. Steve, how entertaining was it to see Satterfield enjoying the adulation that is the University of Louisville fan base?
Sorry, I'm looking at Aiden Gahan, 42 and 23 highlights from last night.
In 3 quarters.
Oh, my gosh. But anyways, yeah, no, it was such a cool moment to see him out on the court when the crowd was just erupting for him, you know, and it was like, he was like, oh, my gosh. This is
Right?
awesome. I know.
Right? Like he had the, oh, my God, this is awesome thing going.
Yeah.
He felt like he had to do more type of the crowd too, but it's like, no, dude.
No, you could have just stood out there and waved, man. We're like, dude, let's
Right,
go.
that's
Notre Dame on Monday night. Let's go.
That's what I almost wanted to say. Hey, dude, just wave.
Yep.
Don't listen. No, you don't have to promise anything. You don't have to ask for no support.
No.
Here's the thing, and I actually put that down in my notes. Your biggest ally for this entire off season. See, this kind of stuff popping up on my Facebook is scary. We were just talking about that. This thing, they got you bugged, Steve. Okay, so the problem is,
dude, those are sweet.
Your biggest ally is the fact that you play Notre Dame first.
I need some custom Ultra Boost. If anybody customizes shoes out there.
No, you don't need custom Ultra Boost.
Give me some Louisville custom Ultra Boost. Somebody does the customizing the shoes.
You'd wear them one time.
No, I would not. I'd wear them all the time. And I will shout you out every day on the show. I'll be like, hey, shout out to Jim's Shoe Customs. Wearing the shoes. All right.
Notre Dame. They're on the schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Notre Dame means assistant coach, I need you right now. We got Notre Dame. You know there's 70 coaches right now who will never have 70 good coaches.
Yeah.
There's 70 awesome assistant head coaches, top assistants that will not be able to say they have a game against Notre Dame in a couple of months. I mean, we're talking about front and center stage. What is it, Memorial Day? Labor Day.
Yeah. Labor Day
Labor
weekend.
Day.
Yeah, I believe it's Monday. I believe it's that Monday night game.
Yep.
It's going to be a national game stage. I mean, you're going to have
one of the biggest stages in college football.
Yeah, because you kind of get that first Monday night football. You're the only game on. They've had the whole week of college football.
Total back against the wall. I mean, total like you have a chance to make a thunderous introduction to the world.
Yeah. No.
Like that's worth an extra, that's worth an extra, you know what? Let me try this Louisville thing out.
Yeah.
Hey, son, top junior college linebacker.
Yeah.
You have a chance to make a name for yourself.
Hey,
on the
kid
stage.
that's committed somewhere else.
Right.
Hey. I mean, I think that there'll be a couple of those.
I know you flipped to Nebraska, but hey, we got Notre Dame.
Ooh.
Right. It hurts so good.
At the end of the day, you're still Kentucky football.
Is that what you have to say? Okay, so point being, Satterfield, you have Notre Dame. That's going to be your biggest ally. That means work harder in here, or Notre Dame's going to hand you your rear end in this locker room.
Yes.
Now, Satterfield can get some coaches and say, you're going to be on the stage immediately. Now, Satterfield is at the point where he's going to start scouting the tapes. Now is where you're going to start getting news to break people. Now you can start getting ready to hear so-and-so may not be returning to school.
Yes.
So-and-so, now.
Now's where you pull a quarterback in the office and say, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think you play for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's no hard feelings. That's I'm doing this for you. I don't want you to sit around here when I know you're not what I want.
Moping, sad. I can help you. You know, whatever. Just so we know there's no hard feelings.
Yeah, I'll make the calls.
Right. So now, people, you can expect it. Listen, any transfers are not going to be the indictment on they didn't want to play for Satterfield.
And some of them may.
Right.
Some of them may. Yeah.
Right. But I'll say I would see more, because here's the thing. We talk about this all the time. You sit around your locker room or your dorm room saying, I don't know if this dude got it. Right. When he calls you and says, I don't know if you got it.
Mm-hmm.
The ego gets checked.
Yep.
Then you start wanting to prove to him you got it.
Yep.
You don't, isn't it amazing how quick that attitude changes?
Oh, yeah.
When somebody tells you, I don't know if you got it.
Yes.
Like you can go. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Just like when Coach Satterfield was asked the question about bringing in some of his Appalachian State players.
That was interesting. Yeah. I mean, they were yesterday they were talking in the press conference before the game, people had kind of asked him, because I don't know if that was actually streamed anywhere. I know they took some clips, but they said, Brian, I don't need sound. I was just saying in case people didn't get to hear it. They were kind of asking him, said, will you look at any of the guys committed to App State stuff? And he's kind of, not to win here.
Imagine that, people. Like, you ask him, are you going to flip any guys and bring them to Louisville? You kidding me?
Now, he did.
I want to win at Louisville.
Do you think you're going to start hearing some names? The staff? He said as much. Said he's going to
HR
try to bring in some guys next week to recruiting guys, and he plans to already have some staff. A couple names from App State,
right?
Brian Brown and Frank Ponce,
right?
Already. By the way, you know where Ponce is from, by any chance?
No, not at all.
Miami.
Interesting.
Thought that was good.
Miami Central.
Yeah.
And very interesting.
Thought that was good. Yeah. I love Brian Brown too. He was one that I was really hoping that would come along with him. So he grabbed two of the main guys that people wanted. I think there may be a couple of more guys come from App State as position, but you're going to start hearing other names now out there. That this is going to be a fun little weekend here, fun next few days as far as filling out the staff and starting to hear those names pop up. So you're kind of going to develop that in, and then you're going to go straight into, now you're going to start hearing names that are going to start to want to visit. He said, Coach Satterfield said, I talked to some kids basically that we lost out on because we were App State that I called now, and they were like, heck yeah. Yeah, get me in there. So you're going to have more kids.
Right.
You have a Kentucky home game coming up soon for basketball that you can load up with some recruits, and it's going to be a good atmosphere, things like that. So he's going to start starting next week. You probably won't have a weekend go by for about 4 or 5 weeks that you don't have kids on campus.
Yeah, the momentum's going.
Yeah, and this is where I think he will steal a few kids. I think he'll take a few committed kids. I think that he will get some kids that are out there that haven't committed
unofficial
yet.
Them, do what you got to do.
That weren't maybe kids that have already taken 5 officials that are down, that all of a sudden now, this is a new opportunity. We're going to bring you in for an unofficial. So it's going to be an exciting month, man.
So one more thing I wanted to add in. We had our day. Like I said, I explained it as the day where your brother is getting ready to get, engaged or get married, and you had to have that conversation where you had to point out the flaws in the relationship, and you had to make sure. And I'm glad I got a chance to go see Vince over at Vince Tyree over at the press conference, and he looked happy, and it made me happy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he had that look like I know a little more than the room knows on this one. But here's the thing.
He did.
Through an interview, kind of got a little peek behind the curtain on the process, and it involved. You know what? I'll just let people listen to this one. I won't steal any of the thunder. This is a great interview. Thank me later, people.
We're going to shut Andy's mic off. My fault. We are hanging out at the Troll Pub. We are very pleased to be joined by Louisville's athletic director, Vince Tyree, who